Awesome. Well, welcome everyone into the second ever Alliance Summit. We're extremely excited for today's learning experiences. We've got a full slate of guest speakers talking about a variety of different topics coming at you from 9 o'clock until 2.
Yep.
9 until 2?
9 until 2, yep.
Okay, short break for lunch, and then the ever requested trivia session in there as well. So make sure that you are ready to click on those answers when the poll comes live. We will be giving out gift cards for that as well. But welcome in again. My name is Taylor Stormberg. I'm the Vice President of Business Development here at the Alliance Group, and my lovely co-host,
Shay Compton. I'm the Director of Training and Development and an HR consultant on the HR team. And we both plan this and work as a team to make the summit happen. And there are some other people who helped as well. I do want to thank Oliver Oxler. I don't know if he's on yet, but he is planning on coming on today, but he did help with the trivia questions as well.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Well, let's get started. We are going to kind of give you a rundown of what's happening today. Let's see here. First and foremost, we'll start with some welcomes and an introduction. Give you a little bit of background on the Alliance Group, some of the updates since our last Alliance Summit in October. And then we'll get kicked off with our good friend, John Bruckner, who is actually in the room already. He has decided that today is game day, and he is very excited to present to all of you about exit planning strategies for your business. So that session will be from 9 o'clock until 9:45. So thank you, John, for being here extra early, and we're looking forward to your session at 9 o'clock.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And then at 9:45, we've got 3 lovely staffers and recruiters coming in to talk about talent acquisition tips and staffing your business in 2021. So those 3 people are Chris Bouchard, Brett Rayer, and Angie Klaus. After that session from 9:45 to 10:30, we will take a short break where we will be doing the trivia questions. We have 10 trivia questions?
10 questions and a tiebreaker.
And a tiebreaker. And top three vote getters there, top 3 winners will all receive a gift card. And then we'll come back at 10:45 for Shay's performance management and discipline training, specifically for the managers of your business. So she's extremely pumped to give that breakdown. Woo woo. And then from 12:15 to 12:45, we're going to take a short lunch break, make sure everybody can recharge their batteries, get a bite to eat. And then we are going to come back at 12:45, and we're going to talk about testing the COVID-19 vaccine. So I know John's in the room right now, but I'm extremely excited to hear Seneca Harrison talk about kind of the work that they've been doing at QCR around COVID-19 vaccination, kind of the ins and outs of what the last year have looked like, all extremely relevant to business owners right now, and how that's going to work and kind of laying that out to your employees. And that's where Shay is going to come back in at 1:30 to talk about just workplace and employment law, things to consider during COVID-19 and the vaccination process. So, and then we'll wrap up at about 1:50 to 2 o'clock with a quick thank you, closing comments, any questions. We're going to be moving pretty quick today. We'll save some time for questions, probably 5 to 10 minutes at the end of each session to make sure that you send those into the chat if you have any questions for our guest speakers today. But that is pretty much the rundown of what the Alliance Summit is going to look like today. Shay,
Awesome.
Any comments?
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be
a great
okay,
day.
perfect. All right, well, let's get started here. Not John. Sorry, John. You're not up yet, bud. Okay, a little bit about us. as you all know, we are the largest and oldest locally owned PEO here in the state of Nebraska. We've got about 180 clients now, so that number is not correct, but totally more than 4,000 employees. We've got 4 main areas of expertise, those being human resources, that's where Shay comes in, our benefits administration team, our risk management or workers' comp team, and then our payroll services. So large majority of what we're doing is focused around reducing that HR spend while also providing employees with fantastic benefits so you can retain and attract some of that great talent that's here in the Omaha area. Things that we pride ourselves on are being completely transparent, proactive, and being easy to use. And lastly, we do help our businesses grow top line revenue at a clip of about 10% year over year. So just a quick update on kind of what we do. This is our 24th year in business.
Yep, that's amazing.
I know, it's unbelievable. So Mike and Carolina Mapes, who are just outside of this conference room, have been running this company for just over 24 years, which is fantastic. And our tagline for this year is helping good employers become great employers. So that's a little bit about us. And we've got some exciting news since our last time together. We have been diligently working on a few things related to the PPP loan forgiveness, all of the FFCRA guidelines. The biggest one that's on the mind of most business owners right now is this ERTC credit. So that tax credit that's able to come back to you as an owner. And then return to work guidance that Shay is going to be highlighting for you later today. On the payroll side, we have 2 amazing new teammates that have come in within the last 6 months, really picked up what they're supposed to be doing, and will continue to provide that amazing service that you're used to here at the Alliance Group. On the benefits side, this is relatively new. I want to say it's March 11th, but President Biden was able to sign the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, which allows for 100% COBRA subsidy for up to 6 months if someone was involuntarily let go. The other item for us that we're extremely excited about, this was a kind of a turning point for us in 2020, was our sponsored 401k plan. All of these numbers are above industry PEO averages, but we have 80.5% participation rate, 48 different investment options, and 8.3% deferral rate. So extremely excited about the growth of our retirement planning here at the Alliance Group. The next one was a recent accomplishment that we just found out about, but we were named 2020 Nebraska's Safest Companies Award winner. So that, I believe that award will be given out in May, if I'm not mistaken. You're not going to back me up here, are you?
No,
okay, great. Awesome. And then I'm going to hand it over to Shay quickly. She's going to talk about her new trainings on diversity and inclusion, just some of the amazing things that she's been working on over the last few months in getting these items prepared for all of you. Yep. So I'm going to send this one over. I want to make sure.
Oh, you're going to show me. Oh, okay. Well, before while he's pulling that up, I do want to share. So we have more than 2 new people. We have 2 new payroll people, but we have Kate Robinson on our team. She's a cross between benefits and payroll. Melissa Hammonds, I'm very excited to have her on board as well. She is on the payroll team. We've got Sid Nath. He just started on Monday, and he is joining our benefits team. And then you guys may have interacted with Marianne Ailes.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Marianne, I'm sorry if I butchered your last name. And she is our new admin person at the front desk, and she is doing a fantastic job as well. So we're really excited with all the new people that we have on board. And then I'm not sure if Ileana Kemp started afterwards, but you guys may interact with her as well. She helps with a lot with the unemployment, employment verifications and things like that. So we're excited for the new team members we have. And then if you guys do have further questions on the American Rescue Plan Act, please let us know. There is actually more to that as well than the COBRA subsidy. The benefits team has a really deep dive knowledge of that. There was expansion as well on the tax credit for the e-sick leave. And we did recently just post an article that Melissa wrote on our LinkedIn page with more details about that and some updates on just the legal climate in general and kind of trending legislation that's been passing. So that's a great read. If you want to go check out our social media accounts, we've got it posted there.
Perfect.
So as Taylor mentioned, part of my job here, besides, doing HR stuff, is I develop the training and facilitate the training. And so one of the new ones that was developed, and if you guys have suggestions for new training that you want developed, please let me know. I have a list of different trainings that people have requested since I've been here, and I've kind of just been putting them together and then going by what's most requested to start under development. So the one that was just completed is our diversity training. And this is really geared toward, all employee level more so than a manager training. It really focuses on cultural competence and understanding and how do we foster that climate of belonging. So I think over the years, diversity has really changed. It started out where, we wanted different protected classes represented in the workplace, but a lot of people were feeling in order to blend in that they had to assimilate and be like the culture there. So for example, women wearing pants, and different things like that, which is so that they could blend in. And really it's transitioned over the years to now where we're at, where people really want to be themselves at work and they don't want to have to hide who they are. And so how do we bring that out in people? How do we make them comfortable that they can be themselves? They can have their voices heard. Everybody has something unique that they bring to the table and it should be celebrated. And so our diversity training, we really go through that, and it's very interactive, lots of activities throughout. I just did a demo for the Alliance Group team and I had great feedback so far. So I'm really excited to be able to work with you guys on that. So if you're interested in it, that is all part of your client service agreement. It doesn't cost anything extra. So please take me up on it. Give me a call, email me, happy to get you scheduled, even this year if you want to. So I did develop this training menu so that there's not a bunch of flyers being sent to you guys. So some of you may have already received an email from me, asking about, hey, do you want to schedule training? And this is put together in our little menu here. We have our employee level discrimination, harassment prevention. We highly recommend training your people annually on harassment. One of the biggest risks to business owners is harassment claims and discrimination claims. And especially a lot of businesses that have people that interact with the public, they may not know that you can be responsible for harassment from your customers as well, harassing your employees. And so that's part of the key too of just training your people, is making sure that, hey, we want you to be safe and comfortable in your work environment. And so if something is happening or a customer is crossing the line, please let us know, because we want to help you. So that way we open the door for them to talk to us about things, and we can actually remedy it. The other one is the manager level discrimination and harassment prevention. So you can do a separate training for 90 minutes, and then this packet does talk about customizable options as well. So we can smush the employee and management level together. And how we do that is the first hour is everybody, and then we dismiss the employees and say, hey, managers, can you stay an extra 30 minutes? The manager level training really focuses on, okay, so now that we have a good understanding of discrimination, harassment prevention, what do we do if something's reported to us? And what does that sound like? Because managers are being put on notice. They're an extension of you. So if something's reported to a manager and they don't know what to do with that information, your company's still liable because they were told about it. So that's why we want to make sure that they're informed of what to do. We briefly go through the investigation process and all of those things and do some quizzing on some different things that I've seen over the years to help them avoid some potential pitfalls or things like that. The performance management and discipline training, that's something we're going to be demoing today to you guys. And that really focuses on getting the best performance possible out of your employees, the importance of giving feedback, and also what kind of things should be included in your documentation so that, heaven forbid, you ever go to court, that it holds up in court. So we really deep dive into that. We do a lot of activities, very interactive again, and some role playing of feedback. So really excited to show you that today. And then, like we said, we have the new diversity training on the menu as well now. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. And if you want to check out this packet, let me know. It does include some feedback from the anonymous post-training surveys that I do. So it includes some of the comments that have been said about the training and the overall percentages of how many people felt confident after going through the training on the different learning objectives. So great packet that really highlights the training that we offer. And we are going to continue to develop more training. So if you have interest in other topics, just let me know.
Awesome. Shay, I'm going to ask a couple of questions if that's okay.
Okay.
Just as maybe just as a sneak peek to later today, later to this morning, but any highlights as far as the performance management training goes that you maybe want to get out? So let's say somebody's not able to make that 10:45 to 12:15 time slot. Is there anything, maybe 2 or 3 takeaways that they can get from that training that you'd be able to share with them now?
Well, I mean, performance management is an ongoing process. So I think a lot of people think of performance management as a performance review. And we do go through some performance review tips, but really it's an ongoing cycle. It's about giving feedback to your people on an ongoing basis. And it's about, documenting. And so part of that is getting managers to feel comfortable, getting them to understand, the need for it. And really it's beyond just documenting or paperwork. It's, I am helping this employee understand. I'm helping them with their life and to improve in their life skills. So being a coach and helping them through their life and also helping them perform their job. And then it helps them understand as well. So heaven forbid, if somebody does get terminated, hopefully they get to that point and they understand, because there's been all these steps along the way and all these conversations and they're not surprised about it. So we really, the big bulk of it is, we go through that stuff, but the big bulk of it is, role playing, your most challenging things that you're afraid to give feedback on, and the most common ones. And then it's helpful because people can learn from each other as well. And then the other part is that documentation is really, we hard hit that and we evaluate some documentation examples. Some are good, some are bad. I purposely did a mix. And then I want you guys to evaluate it after you've learned the content to kind of figure out, is this good or bad and why? So that you are comfortable when you leave the training and you're like, all right, I can make my documentation bulletproof because the Alliance group taught me how.
Awesome. And when you say managers, that can be, it can be anybody in the organization, right? Anybody that is quote unquote managing another person.
Yeah, anybody who is part of that performance management or discipline process. So in some cases, maybe your payroll person, your office manager, they may have those capabilities that they can discipline someone or they're helping with performance reviews. Could be line level managers, upper managers, could be business owners as well if they want to learn more about those processes and, hey, how can I get this brush? How can I reduce the people who might file a claim on me, because it also increases that perception of fairness. So that's part of that. And then also, heaven forbid, they do decide to file a claim on me. How do I make sure I've got the documentation so that it gets shut down real quick? So
awesome. Perfect.
Fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All essential. Okay, let's get back here. Our next item on the agenda is Mr. John Bruckner. We've got about 5 minutes, so maybe we just want to take a quick break,
Sure.
And then John will come back a couple minutes before 9.
Perfect.
And get that going. And that'll kind of be the format for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Is we'll try to give you some time to step away. You can come in and out of the Zoom link all day. Do not feel like you have to stay for every single session. But we'd love to have you for, from now until 2. But we will give some time to go get some water, go grab a bite to eat over lunch. But we will be back with you just before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and one other thing to add on the 401k plan, I forgot to mention, Phelps Wealth Plan, they are here to help if you guys need any help, have any questions. And then sometimes employers do like to loop them in with their training as well. So if we're scheduling training together and you're interested in having Phelps Wealth Plan come on and talk about the 401k, get your employees excited about it, give them some, advice like, hey, here's why you should be investing a typical amount to invest, or what's the difference between Roth and pre-tax. And so all that's great information. And if you want to loop them in, just let me know. They're here to help us and to help you guys. So
Perfect.
that's it.
Awesome.
Now you can go on break. Sorry.
No worries. All right, we will be back in about 5 minutes, just before 9 o'clock.